Hi everybody, good morning. This is Jean Truelove from Truelove Quilts for You. I'm not sewing today. Ian's not here today, but what I am going to be doing is I'm going to be sharing a few projects that people have sent in. My Sharing is Caring video. I haven't done it for a little while. I've received some from even back in November and December of last year. So bear with us if you do want to send in some projects that you have made following my tutorials. We would love to do a Sharing is Caring segment, which I really do enjoy sharing with our YouTube friends out there. Send in your photos and your story to Truelovequiltsforyou @gmail. As you know, also my husband Ian is showcasing your own sewing studios, your sewing rooms, whether they be a closet or whether they be a massive studio. My husband Ian is really enjoying, genuinely, sharing with all of our friends out there in YouTube land, your sewing story, your quilting journey, and the space that you create in, no matter how big or small. But I think the general consensus, he even said, is we're getting so many. I want to send in my picture, but I have to tidy up first. Some of us can be a little bit messy sometimes, throwing stuff on the floor, but that's okay. Send your pictures in anyway. We realize that you're a creative individual. We would love to see it. But right now, I am going to be reading just a few stories, and I'm going to be putting some pictures up right here. There's only one photograph, and I'm going to put it up right now. And this, as you will see, is a Dresden plate little topper. But this is Vicky Baird. You know who you are. Her story. She did send this the beginning of December of 2023, and I am going to read this because it's like, oh, kudos to me, because it's such a lovely, lovely comment, and we all need building up at times. She says, first of all, you'll never know how much you have impacted me as a creator. God has truly given you a gift, Jean. You were able to reach through the screen and touch hearts not only through sewing, but in real life. Not only do you do that, but Ian and Maxwell have the same gift. What love you all have, and it shows. Thank you. When your videos are playing, I always feel you're just talking to me. I am, Vicky. I'm talking to me, my camera, and to all of you people individually out there. I do hope you feel our love. It sounds so goofy. I hope you feel our love. But we mean it. It's funny because my youngest son, Maxwell, isn't that interesting, will tell my husband, Mom is having her time with Jean. That's right, so go in there at your own risk. Oh boy. This is very interesting, because I was reflecting on what Vicky says next. It says, Vicky says, it's disturbed me greatly when you share how people have written you negative comments. They absolutely do not get what you do. It's just a distraction, Jean. Keep on doing what you do and let the naysayers fall on deaf ears. Now, it's very interesting about that. As you know, I have been in this YouTube for several years now, and I have gotten my fair share of nasty comments. And the first thing I do, is most everybody says, is to block, delete. That's it, done. I pretty much have zero tolerance for anyone who's nasty to me in my little world, because I'm surrounded by lovely people. I'm not out in the work world outside. I have encountered road rage, as we all have, but basically I'm surrounded by very lovely people. So when I get a nasty comment, oh my word, you say just shake it off, but whew, if it happened to you repeatedly, it's very discouraging. But it's interesting because I follow another fellow YouTuber, not in the quilting world, in some other genre, but he has millions of subscribers actually, and he always says that he doesn't block these individuals. He won't delete their comments, because he says his thought is they're probably having a bad day. Maybe they're having a bad day, and he's going to give them another chance. He's so kind. I'm not. I'm like, have a bad day somewhere else, folks. Don't tell me how I talk too much, or I'm all over the place, or I'm not a good quilter, or don't I have anything worthwhile to offer people. But he's so kind. He says, just they're having a bad day. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's very admirable. And I kudos to you, buddy. But block. Anyway, Vicky goes on to say, I want to send my pictures of my sewing space soon. Presently, it looks like a bomb went off in there. But I wanted to share my thoughts with you, and the Lord has nudged me a couple times, saying, send that. I know there are so many who are blessed by your channel. I am among the many. I'm sending you a picture of my Dresden plate project that was inspired by your video with Malia, our daughter Malia, ages ago. Made a great song and dance about this little topper. I think it went into 3 videos. Like half an hour long to make a project that probably would have taken 15 minutes. But we did have fun. It was so much fun to do, and hopefully I will get better. You're very good because your topper is awesome. Thank you again, Jean. You're touching lives and spreading God's love. Isn't that kind? Oh, thank you so much, Vicky from Rome, Georgia. Wow, it's comments like that that keep us going. And we really do appreciate that. Thank you so much, Vicky. I have just 2 more. Brenda, you know who you are. Brenda has actually shared some photographs, and again, I'll put them up here for you to admire, of her pillowcases. Now, I love making these pillowcases. The regular, if you would go on YouTube and look up burrito style pillowcases, if you wanted to make them, are very simple to make. It's super, super easy. But there is a pillowcase that sort of, when I was living in the UK, in England, they have flaps inside to hold the pillow. And I just sort of figured it out. It wasn't difficult, but it's very interesting what Brenda says. She says, hi, dear Jean. These are photos of the pillowcases I have made from your video. You made the quite involved pattern easy with your detailed instructions, for which I thank you very much. Best wishes to you and your family for the Christmas season. Again, sent in December. Thank you so much, Brenda. I do hope you had a lovely season and a lovely holiday with all of your friends and family. Your pillowcases are just glorious. I make them. I have them on my bed. I have them on the other beds. They are super. When I was selling my goods in my Etsy shop, which is no longer, I made and sold quite a lot of pairs of pillowcases. My pillowcases, I do pre-wash my cotton. Obviously 100% quilting cotton. And I've made them. I do not, as you know, pre-wash my fabrics for regular quilts. I will wash afterwards, but for my pillowcases, I do. And these pillowcases, which I've had, I made years and years ago, and I still make them, hold up beautifully. They really do. I must say, to a certain extent, you have to, sorry. Oh, excuse me there, Maxwell came in with this supposed emergency. Everything is fine. Thank you, Brenda, very, very much for your following my little tutorial for our pillowcases. They do make up beautifully. Again, I'm going to try to link the video below for both the Dresden plate project and my my lovely little pillowcases. So if they're not there, you know I didn't know how to do that. All right, and one last thing, I'm going to get to it. Janet very recently has made my Back to Basic quilt block, which I have a playlist on. It's one I'm doing right now. I'm actually backing my quilt. I'm going to be sandwiching it and quilting the quilt. It's a very simple beginner's quilt block and sashing that I have done. And Janet here, Janet Corder, you know who you are, has followed along. She said, hello, Jean, I just watched your video on the Back to Basic block, and I thought I need to try this. It took me 45 minutes total. Very, very good. Not bad. We'll watch for your next video to see the type of sashing for these blocks. That's all in my playlist. Adding these blocks to my work in progress quilt. Thank you for sharing your ideas. Thanks, Janet Corder. Lovely colors. I do love these colors. Again, my quilt is all sort of a modern floral abstract looking quilt, and Janet's is a beautiful orange and deep hunter greens and blues, as you see here. So good for you, Janet. Thank you so much. I do have a few others. Again, send in your sewing studios. He only has about 2 or 3 coming up. So if you don't send your pictures in, you're not going to see Ian anymore. Send your sewing rooms, your sewing corner, your sewing table, whatever it may be, to Ian at Truelovequiltsforyou at Gmail, and he will share them with us. So again, thank you so much, folks. It is bitter cold here, as it is across most of America. We are keeping lovely and warm in our home, and I hope you, wherever you are warm and safe. And again, thank you for everything, and love from the Trueloves. Have a lovely day, folks. Bye-bye.